Oh, this is interesting. The gates have been pushed. They've been locked, but pushed like too far that way. I've unlocked it, but at the moment I can't get the gates open. I've still got to try and wiggle them. They're pushed here too far. So I need to get that pushed that way and this pulled back this way to be able to open the gates. Let's see if I can do it. I managed it. I had to give it a really good shove. Then I remembered, oh yeah, I need to pull that across, and it worked. So yeah, I managed to get in. Now to water the greenhouse and pick tomatoes. So I haven't been down for a good few days again. So all this stuff on the plot should be alright. It's just the greenhouse. And I'm hoping things haven't dried up in there. But yeah. Pick, and water in the greenhouse. Yeah, things don't look too bad. Here we are. I see lots of sunflowers and a few squash. Interesting, on this plant, this is like a pale yellow, but then it goes to kind of a red-ish kind of vein, sun-kissed look in the same plant. Maybe it does that when the plant goes old. So looking at the tomatoes, there are some more to pick, but not as many as I thought. I will pick some, and I'll pick some in here, but yeah, I guess we still need some more heat. Yet another disaster. Let me show you in the greenhouse. I've been growing a melon. It was my first melon. The plant looked like it was starting to die off, but there was still a melon, a small one. And now let me show you where it was. It was down here. It was resting on that plant label and there was no melon. So it's going to be wildlife, has flipping nicked it. That was my only melon. Oh, I tell a lie. Looks like I've actually got one growing there now. But it was like that, but yellow, and it was resting down there. Oh, the cheeky wildlife. Now I wonder, was that a rat or a squirrel? But I have no more melon ripe there. I hope this one survives. So good. Morning, I think it's still morning. There is nobody down here still. Yeah, well, that's just normal for this site. Right, what do I need to do? I need to harvest the sweet corn, as long as it hasn't gone over. Summer prune some trees. There's always weeding to do. Oh, and watering the greenhouse. I'm a bit tired. I went to the beach and my muscles are not used to that much use. I was bodyboarding. But yeah, little bits as each time I come down, and I get there eventually. I just had to come into the greenhouse. It's slightly raining. That wasn't really forecast. Oh, that's bad. Okay. It'll pass though. Doesn't look like much. Which is kind of unfortunate because we could do with more rain. But yeah, that's almost a nice surprise rather than it being a pain. Has your area got much rain? Most of us in the UK. We had a pretty dry summer. But it was nice and sunny at the beach yesterday, so that was nice. Hence my slightly red face. Sometimes it's good to look at your plot from the viewpoint of another plot. I've gone to over here I've noticed that some of the paintwork is peeling on the greenhouse, and it's because the guttering has twisted around, and so it's just kind of dripping down onto the wood. So I will go remedy that so that I can actually capture any rain we do get. Okay, I've got to stop procrastinating. I'm going to pick this sweet corn before any wildlife nicks it. I've opened up, well, these tassels have gone really dark brown. It's kind of dry, crispy. The sweet corn, it's got a milkiness to it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. In between these slight, very, very slight rain showers, which are quite refreshing. What I don't like is the earwigs you find when you harvest a sweet corn. Yeah, there's earwigs in there. Not pollinated at the end, but there's nice and yellow and juicy. This is a secondary pod, not the main pod. Sorry, yeah, that's a bit rubbish. I guess they didn't have enough water. Give it a close. So I think I'm going to lightly weed the bed and then cover most of it. There's a courgette plant at the end here that's not totally dead yet, but yeah, need to cover it until either I put winter crops in or I put more manure on top. Well, that's cleared. Obviously that will need to go into the compost. It's mostly cleared. We'll see how that plant, the courgette, if it survives much longer. So that's one bed prepped and done. So I've just picked these French beans. I'm cooking them in some water for a little bit. I want a bit more tender. I will add my super noodles. It is nice when you're hungry and down the plot to be able to pick some fresh produce. Okay, it's not totally all fresh, but adding fresh produce to noodles tastes great. Another yummy plot meal. So now that I have harvested the parsnip seed from here, I'm just going to level it off and cover it up for now. Well, that's this bed covered, apart from I found 2 carrot plants. So I've left that uncovered, but the rest of it is covered. Wow, a whole 2 carrots. I know, it's pathetic. Oh well. Here behind me, you can see, I think that's the plum tree. I want to take out that big long wispy growth from this year. So I'm not going to prune it lots, just take those tall bits down. So it's not perfect, but it's a bit shorter. That's going to have to do for now. These cherry, I think apple and pear. Oh, there's the apple over there. This next door's, now I know because I've spoken to him that he's given up the plot, and the rentals go out in what, October? So nobody's going to be touching this. Nobody has pruned these trees apart from me in the last 4 years. So I'll just reduce the height a little bit, take this year's wispy growth off the top. That's all I'll do. And then hopefully this winter somebody else will take on the plot and do with this plot what they want. Well, I'm about to harvest these cucumbers. Look, there's some lovely ones. Well, that harvest will do for today. We have tomatoes, cucumbers and the sweet corn. Well, like always, I've been down here longer than I planned. I'm off home now. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Well, this is all my sweet corn. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing, considering the lack of rain we've had this year.